As a lot of you guys know, we feed liquid molasses to our dairy cows, keep it in that white tank right there, and just gravity flows into the mixer. Works out pretty good. But see if you guys notice any problems with this tower. Those concrete blocks are definitely starting to lean. See, they're not quite sitting flat on each other anymore. Straight vertical is something like this. So as you can imagine, that's starting to make us a little bit nervous. And we've been thinking about, for a while, just pulling the tank off and resetting the blocks, getting them flat. But we were talking to the company we buy our molasses from, and they were saying a lot of their guys just have the tank on the ground and then an electric motor just to pump it into the mixer. And so we decided we're actually going to go that route now and get rid of the leaning tower. Gravity is nice, it's a reliable way to move molasses, but you know, we have to climb up that ladder every day. We're thinking maybe just a pump will be a little bit better for us. So we're not going to put it at the same spot. We're actually going to put it back here against this wall. But we do need to dig the topsoil out. I want to put some stone in, get that tank moved down here, and they're going to set a pump up today, and we should be able to use it this afternoon. Well, I don't know if we're going to have molasses by this afternoon in the tank, but we'll get all that mess out of here. The tank will just be back there, and the hose will just run right with this pipe up to the mixer. It's kind of a mess, all that stuff there. So we'll get that all out of here then. So we got our dirt bucket. Well, it's not really a dirt bucket, but it's a bucket we use for dirt. See if we can peel off that topsoil there, and then we'll get some stone in. So this would be straight vertical. You can just see how off that angle is. It's kind of scary. That's digging out pretty easily. Just want to see how wide I need to make it. Step this off. We're expecting a load of stone to show up soon, make a little base, and we want to taper it to the one side. I'm not sure which way, whichever way the pump's going to be, that way we can get the tank empty. I just took my dad to the neighbors, and he's driving home with one of their petty bone lifter machines. We're going to rent from them today. We'll be able to lift the tank with that easily, and then we'll be able to move those concrete blocks as well. The stone delivery just got here too. We want to use some of the stone in there between the barns, and I'm just going to haul some out for what we need for this project. So once my dad pulls in, we're going to put these forks on the lifter. They're just extenders, make it a little bit longer. This thing's kind of a beast. 10,000 pound lift capacity. We're gonna have to change some of the plumbing. That was the fill pipe there. We just had to cut that off. Just let it fall. Woo. All right, we can lift it off. So I need to get those straps loose. So we had these straps on the tank just to keep it in place when it was getting empty. Take these off. We built this tower over 10 years ago, and we put lumber underneath the tank. This stuff's completely rotting out, and we had it propped up on this side just to get the tank tilting a little bit here to get empty. I don't think these blocks were gonna fall right away, but it's definitely tilting. We're gonna try and lift it off now. Shouldn't be too heavy. There was no more draining out, but there's some thick stuff kind of in the bottom of it, so it's gonna have some weight to it. definitely got some weight in there. I wonder if we should rinse that gunk out of there. Now look inside here. Yeah, there's definitely some goop in there. So we decided we wanted to get this tank emptied out completely. It's got a bunch of thick stuff on the bottom of it, so I'm trying to break it up with this big hose, draining it out. So I got the whole bottom cleaned off there. It's like 4 or 6 inches of thick sugar cane fibers. We're just putting it into the manure pit. Thought maybe we would save it, but it's kind of gross, so not worth saving. Now I'm gonna haul some stone over there. I got 2 scoops of stone in there. I probably need a little bit more. Dad's bringing the tank over now. So it shouldn't be too heavy anymore. We're gonna have to slide it off that wood there to get it set in place. Yeah, I'm not pushing on it. The stones are sloped a little bit, so we're gonna put the valve at the corner right there. We got it where we want it now. Had to keep it off the wall a decent bit so that we have space to put the pump here. Even though it sticks out a little bit, this area is gonna look a lot cleaner than it did before with the blocks and everything. So we got the motor on there. Just gonna run the line up to the mixer. Zip tie this onto here. Yeah, it might be good. Okay, we got the tank in place. Plumbing's all done. So we just set up this electric pump. We still need to get the electric set up for that and the switch. Pumps out that line straight up the auger for the toasted bean bin. This is the fill line. Comes to here. So they'll hook up to there with their truck and then pump it in. They have this set up that to prime the pump, you just open this valve. Once this is full, and it'll just force it through and molasses will come out of this. And then we shouldn't have to open any valves up every day. We just have to hit the switch, put the switch inside the commodity barn. Now we're gonna work at moving these big concrete blocks. We're gonna try and figure out, we need to get some little hooks. They have these little metal pieces sticking out of the top of them that you can hook onto to carry them. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with all of them, but 2 of them we wanna move and put right here at the end of this barn. Our wood shavings bay kind of spills out when we get a full load of wood shavings sometimes. So we're thinking we'll get rid of this old concrete block that's broken, get these pipes out of here, and then we'll just set 2 of them. So I'm gonna start cleaning this up. I wanna get the concrete out and then scoop this old shavings out of the way. We'll have to work at cutting those posts off then. Gonna work out pretty good. This concrete comes out far enough that the block will be sitting on concrete nice and flat. Just need to get these posts out of here. I guess I'll just take the angle grinder and try and cut them off at the bottom. If we can get them cut most of the way, then we can probably bend them and break them off with the skid loader. If I cut this pipe most of the way around, might be able to bend it enough to break the rest of the metal off from the concrete. Wow, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, these are the hooks on top. Got some dirt in these. Clean them out a little bit. So here's the hook. We can't quite get the lifter squared up against the building, so we're gonna have to set it on top and then try and push them into place. Got to bring it this way a little bit and then we'll push it against. A little bit more. I guess we'll put another block here. Seems like we got enough space for it. We got 3 down there, should do the job for that. And we have 3 more. Don't really have a need for them anywhere right now. Just gonna try and find a spot for them to stack them. Probably put them over at the end of that building over there or something out of the way. Bringing the last one over. Well, that's gonna wrap this job up. not gonna be able to run it today because it's not filled with molasses and we don't have electric hooked up. But to get this area cleaned up, I'm gonna move my spray water tank somewhere else. So we've been feeding molasses for a long time. It's a good source of energy for the cows and it just helps the feed taste better. This will be nice. We'll be able to scoop up against if we got extra junk we want to clean up, or and we'll just keep the shavings in. Hey guys, I just had a quick announcement here at the end of the video. As a lot of you know, I do have a daughter and she's almost 2 years old, but my wife is actually expecting here in another month or so or less. So if the videos slow down a little bit this fall, that's what's going on. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching. I'm not going to stop the videos, just might slow down a little bit. Hopefully that is okay with you guys. Either way, it's happening. So all right, we'll see ya.